Hi, welcome to another video on my monorail of fischertechnik using propellers, some track sensors controlled by the rubber interface and ultimately by BeagleBoard Classic running Ubuntu Linux. Connected by USB. Last time I modified the carriage as such that the weights have been removed and this the spring that was here is now located here, as you can see, and I added 2 more wheels and that seemed to go okay. Big problem was that maybe still is that the ground rail had to be pushed together, pressed, the rods pressed together to be able to go the whole track. What I have done now is put this piece a little bit more to the right, and I have done the same a little bit here, so that this is now in one place. It's just an attempt, so let's see how it behaves now. Starting the program. And it would be very nice if it would actually work. And so far it doesn't do anything, not even on screen. So I'm not quite sure what is happening. It is being controlled because the LED on the interface says it is being activated. It is activated. But for the rest, on screen there's no such thing. So the question is, why is that? Okay, I interrupt the program. I start again. And yet it doesn't do anything. Well, I do see that the lights are working. This is working and this is working. So the program is running. The question is then, why again doesn't the power do anything? I remember last time that I had a power problem, so let me get the multimeter and check once again if the power is indeed being taken. So I am measuring here and it says 0. Here and here it says 0 as well. So once again I have a power problem. A power to the rails. And that is not very nice. Now this doesn't matter. It is still connected, as far as I can tell. Yeah, no power on the rails, unfortunately. I've stopped the program for now. What I can do is taking the rails off the interface of the power. However, that doesn't matter much because the program was running and the lights were on. So let's try again. Again, lights are on, so the program is running. So what's wrong with the power? Okay, let me measure on this place. Again, absolutely nothing. I may have to replace a wire, is my guess. One other thing that I still can measure is at this location. So let's do that. That is one probe here and one probe here. And it says nothing at all. So this isn't good. Here no power, here no power. What's going wrong? I have to find that out. In order to be sure it is the wire or not, I am setting the multimeter to this setting with a tone and a diode. That means that I can hear a beep when the wire is completely alright. If the wire is interrupted, I hear nothing. If the wire is not interrupted and alright, then I hear something. And I clearly hear a beep. So I'm doing the same on this side. This means that the wire is entirely intact. So there is no power coming from the interface. And still you can see that the power is correct, so there is something not entirely correct. And the big question is what? Because there is power coming from here. There's power coming from here because the lamps are burning, and this is motor 2. So with motor 2 I am going to run some diagnostics. Stopping the program. Starting the diagnostics program. And now motor 2. Well, isn't that obvious? I'm doing now exactly the same as I did just a moment ago. So I shift it back, and once again I turn into the diagnostics. So why doesn't it do it now? This is strange behavior, very strange behavior indeed. Ah, now it works. And keep in mind, this is power by diagnostics. So now it is on the second ground rod. not controlled by the program. And here it stops. Okay, but that doesn't matter, because I know the power is correct. So if I stop the diagnostics, what will happen? I push it back, start the program again, and here it runs. Alright, so the conclusion is that apparently the setting of the carriage is influencing yes or no motor. Well, I knew that already, but why didn't it do it here? It always did before. So this is a strange thing I haven't met before. But I'm glad the power is okay. That's what it was about. So, since there was nothing wrong with the power, but there was something wrong with the position apparently, the big question is now, what should the starter's position be? As usual, the starter's position was with the left propeller blocking digital 6, and that did nothing. So let me just start the program again, see whatever happens, and once again nothing happens. So I move the carriage out of the light zone where it starts immediately. I move it, and now it just moves to the left on its own power. And the question is why? Because it should move to the right, away from the interface. And unfortunately I can't show you on screen. But I will, as usual, describe what is happening. But this is also strange, because although digital 6 is obviously blocked now, it is digital 6 is blocked and digital no, not DB and not DB8, not DB8. That's not a question. If not digital 6, which is now the case, and digital 7 yes, and digital 8 yes. So why is it saying not digital 8? It's only here. If T digital 6 and T digital 7. And not T digital 8. That doesn't make sense, because it is only not digital 6. We are here. So we should get this. and we should get this digital, not D6, and here's digital, not D8. So this makes no sense. Okay, once again interrupt, starting. Again, the motor is not working. I move it slowly, 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 slowly. And once again it moves to the left, towards digital 8. And again it says not digital 8. Making no sense, because it should be non-digital 6. Alright. Next attempt. I put it exactly halfway, so the motors are now blocking D7. What does it say? Hello? It doesn't do anything, it just blocks it. Yep, it totally blocks it. It should say not digital 7. So I move it towards digital 6. What will happen? Now it goes. What does it say? Not digital 8. This is strange. Alright, I move it in between 7 and 8. Now I'm very curious what it will say. Alright. That was, I think, a power problem, but it is now blocking digital 7. And it is clearly not blocking 6 and 8. So why does it say not the 8? Alright. This indicates that I really have to evaluate my software, my code. Now the motor is blocking digital 7, but there's no 7 in the output. Okay, weird behavior, or weird software behavior. Anyway, this is not good in any way. It is time to rewrite some of the code. I will put this out and just say, alright, digital 6 is, and then T digital 6. Then it should be able to say, okay, no, that is not what I want, comma, digital, well, digital D6, digital 6, let's keep it that way, and digital 7 is T digital 7. Let's see how this works out. It should be possible to concatenate things, but will it? Again, D8. Okay. Where is D8? Here. So that means that I first have to change this one. Digital 8 is, and then say digital 7 is, and ending with T, digital 7, small t. Let's see how this works out. Alright, so this is not an error anymore. Now it is clear which is which, so I can now add because I want to keep everything in logical sequence. So now I'm making here digital 8 is, and then ending with T, digital 8. Go. And once again I have to move the carriage a bit, because otherwise it doesn't start. So with this part of the code rewritten, I still have to rewrite another part, and the question is how to do that. Actually it should be quite easy, because if these are all positive, I only have to copy this line and print the direction status. Yeah, let me just do this. And the same goes for here. Is there anywhere else I have to do it? Yes, here, except no exception, because everything will be alright this time. And here, oops, alright, I think we are there. Now everything prints what it should be. And let's test. The carriage is blocking D6, but what will the output be? Right now absolutely nothing, because it is somehow blocking why is it actually not working when it is blocking a digital 6? I remove it and it starts running. So how does it behave when it blocks D7 at start? As it looks like exactly the same. Alright, now I block D7, D8. but now it starts while the D8 is blocked. So that is quite interesting. It is not consistent at all. Not consistent at all. So that is quite interesting. But why does it happen? So for the last part of this video, let's take a look at the code again, or at the carriage again. It stands still now. Not anymore. Here it stands completely still. Well, almost. While it actually should move. So this is already quite odd. Why does it stand still? It should change direction. But I feel the wind here, so the direction is still in that way. So let's see what happens. It moves that way. Slowly but surely. Yep, there it goes. But also, since this light is being interrupted, it should change direction into the other end of the track. But that is not happening. It should stand still. And it's still going that way. Alright. Let me change course. Oops. That is not going good. Let me start with interrupting the code. Alright, code is off. Starting the program again. What happens? It stands still. Completely still. I stop the program again and I move the carriage to the end. What happens? Start the program and it doesn't do a thing. Well, according to the program, this should happen. This should not happen. So what happens when I move it here? Alright, this is odd as well. Now it stops. It starts. And the direction is that way, into towards the controller. And I don't believe it is just a matter of the ground rod. There's something else going on. But I have no clue exactly what and why and how. So with this, I even don't know whether I actually started with an oops when I measured the power here on this side, and I didn't measure any power. Was that an oops or not? I can't even be sure now. I also didn't really change the code. I only changed what is given as screen output. And what else? Nothing. Diagnostics, testing. For now, thank you for watching. Interesting ride, with more questions than answers. And if you like this video and my other videos, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so. Otherwise, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Also, feel free to make a small donation. For that, see my website, please. And it is very much appreciated. And this is certainly going to be continued. Bye bye.